Hey, what's up, guys? Um, I'm gonna be live too long, just slightly getting to the groove of things, but there's just some stuff that I just kind of wanted to talk about regarding the whole, iPhone adopting and supporting RCS and the drama that's laying out. So I kind of wanted to talk about that, and I also wanted to show you guys how you guys can locate a nearby Walmart that carries the Mobile X SIM kit. I'm gonna pick one up tonight, so I'll probably like record like a quick YouTube Shorts and upload it for everybody to just kind of see. But you guys probably seen like a lot of Peter Adderton's tweets showing the aisle end caps that do have the SIM kits on display. I'm actually gonna pick up a SIM kit, and I'm also gonna address a couple of things about Mobile X also, so you guys might want to stay tuned for that. Um, so first off, I want to talk about the whole iPhone supporting RCS. This is probably a thing that maybe a lot of people didn't think would ever happen, and it's actually happening. So that's always a good thing. Um, and I will say that I'm one of the people that really just kind of supports this. Um, First of all, I didn't read anything that basically said that you know. By the way, if people want to let me know if they can hear me or not. Actually, I should have checked the settings on this. This is probably like how long that I've actually been out of it. Okay, yeah, it's got the mic going. But anyways, there was nothing that was like really said that really just kind of emphasized that they were doing away with SMS MMS as the fallback protocol. It's just supporting RCS. So that's being implemented in, and like people are just talking like different things. So some people are talking about agitation that if you're on RCS messaging, it's going to be a green bubble. I don't know why bubble colors fucking matter, but they don't, in my opinion. I feel like they don't. Could give a shit what color your bubble is. I'm reading your message, not staring at the color of the bubble. So, plus two, I think it's a good distinction because there's those people that use iMessage, and so iMessages will be blue. I believe RCS messages are going to stay, green. And yeah, to me, there's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, right. Absolutely, absolutely. iOS supporting RCS is great. It's a great thing. Yes, it is. I posted something on Threads, and I got a response from someone that was like, you know, they were talking about how like some banking apps and shit like that pretty much um, use SMS for 2FA, and nowhere does it even fucking mention that they're getting rid of SMS MMS. I mean, in the entirety of messaging on smartphones, eventually SMS and MMS are going to be so obsolete that they're going to be done with. Is the reason why Android is transitioning over to RCS. RCS, being something from GSM associations. So far RCS has been great, and I have no complaints about it. And the fact that iPhones are going to be able to support that, so there's going to be, encryption across messaging from cross platforms, Android to iOS, vice versa. But also photos and video qualities are going to be much better sent across platforms. I think that's just that in itself, right? So the drama that's unlaying about it, people that are just mad and upset, like, you know what? I feel like are part of the whole thing of like trying to force people to be on a certain brand. Like, you love iPhones, so you want everybody else to use iPhones because it's what you like. And I really don't like that type of mentality. I think it's probably one of the most stupidest mentalities ever that's out there. Like, people use what the fuck you want to use. Your money, you pay for it. Use what you want to use, and the hell with everybody else. That's just the way I think about it. I'm not out here to convert people to phone brands, and I think that other people that have that mission really need to like just kind of like soul search and see what really matters to them in life, because something as minute as a fucking phone, it's not worth superly arguing about. Just kind of putting that out there. Okay. So yeah. Um, Coffee, what's up? What's going on? Welcome in. Michael, welcome in. Yeah. So forgive me that I'm out of touch with live streaming. I'm just kind of getting back into the groove of it. I'm not going to be doing a lot of live streams. Let me just kind of make this clear on the side note. I'm going to be doing a lot of live streams. I may be uploading, more videos than doing live streams and stuff like that. So when they happen, they're a rarity. You know what I mean? And um, eventually winging myself off YouTube. Eventually, that's the end game of all this and this channel and everything else. Is, you know, I've posted up some videos that were non-tech and stuff like that. Got some responses back from people, and I just want to say, on a more personal note, thank you. I'll go over that at the end of the live stream too, and just kind of really let you guys in on my headspace and what's happening and what I'm thinking and whatnot. And also the tweet that I sent out today that I'm closing out my Twitter account. That's getting closed out, and it's going to get closed out for good. So um, there are other various platforms you guys can find me on. Twitter's not going to be one of them anymore. There's no reason to it. It has nothing to do with the whole thing with Elon and whatever anti-Semitic thing was said on Twitter that Elon supported. I don't give a shit about that. I don't fucking care about politics. I don't care about none of that stuff. So it's just it's just me getting a grip on what I use the most. And to be quite honest, whether people want to say, oh, they cipher your info and oh, they're collecting your data and selling, I don't care. I'm mostly active on Meta. That's Facebook, Instagram, and Threads. So might as well keep it simple because they all interact with each other because they're all under Meta. So some of you guys do follow me on those platforms, and hey, you guys won't miss a beat of whatever I share. Some of you guys may not follow me on that platform. If you guys decide to, that's totally at your discretion. You guys don't have to. There's always YouTube. So but yeah, so there's quick touch base on that whole iOS supporting RCS. I think it's a good move. I'm in support for it. It's coming by software updates in 2024. So people like asking things like, will the iPhone SE support it? If the iPhone SE is still supported by software updates, then it's going to support it. They never said that it was going to be picked and choose by certain models. It's just all iPhones will support it come in 2024. So I don't care the reasonings why. I don't give a shit that it was the EU that pressed Apple so hard that they finally caved in. I don't care. Point is, we're getting it. Like, no one really spends their time absolutely caring what the fucking chef did to make your plate of food taste good. You just care that it fucking tastes good. And I think we kind of have to go to that mentality when it comes to this. Let's see. I am staying home. I'm sick. Gotcha. A doctor, and I'm on the meds. Okay, cool, man. Well, I wish you a speedy recovery. Speedy recovery, and hopefully that it doesn't keep you down a lot. Some people have been down with that for like 3 weeks. So, prayers to you, Michael. Prayers to you. Yeah, sometimes I think we shouldn't pay too much attention to the fucking details of things and just enjoy and embrace the fact that we fucking have it, right? I think that's what matters more than anything. Like, who gives a shit the reasoning but why it was done or who pressed it or whatever? Like, I don't care about those things. One thing I wanted to show you guys real quick, and I'll put the link in the chat so you guys can look at it yourselves. If you guys already know about this, then that's totally cool. If you don't, then you might want to bookmark this link. Let's see. Why did it tell me that an error occurred? Maybe it's I don't know. I haven't used StreamYard in a while, so let me. Oh my god, it won't let me do it. I will put it in the description right now while I'm doing this. Let me update the description on this live stream real quick. And then if you guys leave out the chat and come back in, it should be in the description. So but anyways, But this is how you can locate a store that is currently carrying the Mobile X SIM kit. So I will show you guys here in just a second. All right, that's saved. So it should be in the description now. Let me go ahead and present. There we go. Hopefully you guys can see that pretty well. But anyways, so the website is walmart.mymobilex.com. And when you go to it, it pretty much gives you the same spiel that mymobilex.com gives you. It's totally cool. When you scroll down, so you see like the different, personalized access, basic unlimited 5, basic unlimited 30. Funny thing about the basic unlimited 5, and I'm going to say this, maybe some of you guys might think it's weird, but some people get confused. The basic unlimited 5 does not mean that you get 5G. That's not what the basic unlimited 5 stands for. It stands for 5 gigabytes of data. Okay, basic unlimited 30 is basic unlimited 30 of 30 gigabytes of data before throttled on both those two plans. So I wanted to kind of emphasize that because yes, there is some people that switch from their personalized access to the basic unlimited 5 because they thought the 5GB stands for 5G network access, and no, that's not what it stands for. So I want to point that out real quick. But as you continue to scroll down, you will find this handy dandy little map here. And as you can see in my city, it shows me where all the stores that are currently actively carrying Mobile X SIM kits are available for purchase. So if you don't want to order one on Walmart.com, because I know it's $9.99 at Walmart.com or $9.88 at Walmart.com, and then there's a $7 shipping fee. Some people don't want to deal with that. And so if you want to locate a store, definitely look into it. If somebody wants to toss a zip code so they can see if there's like a Walmart store in your area that's carrying the SIM kits currently right now, drop your zip code. Don't give me personal addresses. Don't give me cross streets that's nearby you. Just a zip code will work just fine if you want to. That's a very interesting thing. Yeah, I know there's some certain things about the EU that, is not good about them. Okay, yeah, Brian, pretty much. And you know what, like, Coffee, I feel the same way about Brian. It's cool with me that, the EU slaps Apple around a little bit, because, I know what you're talking about when it comes to the EU and why there's pause with some of the decisions that the EU makes. I understand that, like I read the news and stuff like that. I see it. So yeah, I understand where you're coming from too as well. Let's see. Let me just drop in a random zip code. Making some coffee, huh? Nice. Okay, so this zip code is for Longview, Texas, a town that I've lived in before. And it looks like the closest Walmart that has a Mobile X, Walmart with a Mobile X SIM kit stand is in Carthage. Okay. That's not too bad. Let's do another one. So in Southwest Oklahoma, looks like there's one in Hobart, Oklahoma, Vernon, Texas, and Lawton, Oklahoma. So yeah, I mean there are places, there are stores that carry them where you can just walk in and buy them for like $9.88 or whatever. That's totally cool. But yeah, the link in the description, Walmart.mymobilex.com, since Walmart is MobileX's partner in distribution of the SIM kits and SIM kit orders online, so that's great. Little nifty tool here if you want to see how far it is. You can adjust the mileage radius. You can go 10 miles. You can bring up the results from 25 to 100 results, depending on what your search criteria is. And I think that's a pretty cool thing. So there is one thing I do want to address. A lot of you who follow the tech closely, probably more closely than I follow it now, and for various reasons. And coffee again, I appreciate that. I'm satisfied with Comcast Xfinity Home Wi-Fi. Yep. I'm not here to sell anybody on MobileX. Just because I work for them doesn't mean that I'm going to try and convince all you guys to sign up for them. Like, you guys keep what you guys are using that works for you. So MobileX is adding, and there's been talks of it, and it's been all over Reddit, and I just kind of want to explain things, right? So it's not super secret internal information. It's on Reddit. But so there's talks of a fee if you're a current MobileX customer with a native number that is requesting to port out. There is a fee to port out. Okay. Now, a lot of you guys may frown upon that, but there is a reason why that MobileX implemented this. And this is one of those things where, like I say, if people try to cheat the system, it affects customers in it entirely. Okay. So keep that in mind on anything. It's not just phone service. It's anything, right? When people steal from Walmart, right? You got those looters that go in with baskets, and they get baskets full of groceries, and they run out the store, right? You, the consumer, pay that price for that theft. You, the consumer, will pay that price. And the reason why is, they got to recover losses. Okay. So, if you're wanting to know why MobileX is charging a port out fee for native, and I emphasize native number because if you port your number over from AT&T, Verizon, T-Mobile, Metro, and Boost, and all that stuff, if you port it from another provider into MobileX and then you want to port out, there is no fee. But if you sign up for MobileX, and in the first 30 days, you sign up for MobileX, you get assigned a brand new number, and in the first 30 days, you're going to port out, there is a fee. And it's to deter number farming, if you guys know what that is. If you don't know what that is, of course, I'm going to elaborate on it just a little bit. Okay? Just a little bit so you guys can kind of understand. So number farming is where, say, like, Metro has a promotion, right? Metro by T-Mobile has a promotion, and that promotion is that if you come in and you port in a phone number to Metro by T-Mobile, you'll get the Pixel 6a for free, right? Well, of course, who out of the right mind doesn't really want a free phone? What up, Latrell? What's going on? What up, Oscar? Who doesn't want that, right? So there are people who are literally going to go and try to get a phone number to port. Well, maybe they don't want to port their phone number, so they go to something like MobileX, they sign up for it, do the 10-day trial, so they're not paying anything up front. And when they get that new phone number assigned, maybe like 2 or 3 days later, they go to Metro, and they're like, yeah, I'm porting in from MobileX, here's my port out information, right? A lot of people are doing it. And what people don't understand, of course, you're creating massive work that has to be done just so you can go to the true carrier that you want to go to. So to prevent this from happening, basically native numbers active on MobileX within the first 30 days will require, a fee to pay. And they're not the only ones that does it. If you get a Google Voice number and you want to keep that phone number and take it to your provider, you have to pay Google a $10 fee to unlock the number to port and then port it to wherever you want to go. Because my current main phone number that I have, I paid Google Voice $10 to unlock it so I can port it to Mobile X, and now it's my Mobile X phone number. So this is preventative to deter people from phone farming, is the terminology used, which is where you create an account with, a provider to try and take advantage of a promotional deal on another provider. And maybe sometimes, people will do it not only just to get the free phone and move over there, but maybe someone that has Metro already has a plan with Metro, but can't take advantage of a new line activation promotion. So they go and they get a number from Mobile X and port it in and add a line to their Metro account and get that new phone, whatever the promotional deal is. That's the reason why it's there. That's the existence for it. Okay, it's not that the company is greedy and just wants money. No, we're preventing people from doing stupid things, that because it is a stupid thing, right? Like, if you want the promotion and you're not on that carrier, then just port your number you currently have. Like, don't start a new phone number in a new company that it costs money to have these accounts, right? It's not free. Costs the company money as an MVNO. So you're costing the company money itself, spending to add you as a subscriber, and then you're just gonna go dip out. So I kind of wanted to address that so people would understand what it's for, why it's happening, because there are people who abuse the system. That's all I'm gonna say. There's people who abuse the system, and that's one form of abuse. Because these promotions that require porting are for that very reason. Their requirement is that you bring your number to them, what you actively use, not a secondary burner number or whatever. That's not that's not in the cards. Okay, so that's outlined. The last thing I'm gonna do before I close out this live stream, like I said, I wasn't gonna be live too long, but anyone and everyone that has reached out to me, over the past week, first of all, thank you guys for the wonderful wishes, for checking in on me, for seeing how things are going and whatnot. I appreciate all of you for that, because I'm nobody. I've never been, someone to be big-headed and think that the whole fucking world revolves around them. The world doesn't revolve around me. It never has. And even today, I see the world so much differently. I mean, like, I enjoy doing this. I enjoy conversating with you guys, but it's not a priority. It's not none of that stuff. My mother died, Latrell. Like, biological blood mother passed away, and I watched her suffer for 3 weeks before. So, for those that reached out and everything like that, like, yeah, I did post up a video. I know some people caught hold of it. You heard what I said in that video, where things like this kind of like really show you who your true friends are, versus those who are just fake as hell. I meant what I said on it, and you know what? The way that I see it is that if certain people take offense to that, well, then maybe what I said fucking applies to them. Because true friends are not gonna be offended by it, because they know it doesn't pertain to them. Like, and it's not just those on fucking social media. It's like people around me in my life. I found out who was real with me and who wasn't. But I'm not gonna cry over spilled milk. I don't need the attention. I can be alone and I would be just fine. I don't give a fuck. But I made mention of what I made mention because there were people around me that were talking for me, and I thought that was fucking stupid. You know nothing about me, yet who are you to go around and tell people what's going on with me when you don't even have the real insights to know exactly what's going on, right? So I know that sounds fucking brutal as hell, and I'm not trying to like be a dick to anybody. But in my life and where things are right now, my perception of life, I don't give a shit if people stand with me or they stand against me. Like, I'm not worried about it. I think people are, they're grown adults. They're big boys and big girls to decide, if who their friends are. And it's not a big deal that's going to be made a fuss over all of it, Life is fucking short to be in beef, drama, and all that other nonsense stuff. So it's just like, why even be a part of it? Like, my perceptions today has like really changed about it. Like, I said what I said. I said that I felt stupid for chasing after the Team Pixel shit and all that other stuff, because really, like, back then it seemed like it mattered to me, but now It doesn't fucking matter to me. I don't care anymore about it. If I don't ever talk about it again, I don't ever talk about it again, you know? I think that there's more to life than just tech. There's more to life than just 5G fucking speeds and what smartphone you're rocking in your pocket. Like this has always been a subject that I've been interested in, and you know, it's just helped me pass the times. But it's not something that I feel like has to be a competition between people. I could give a fuck if you got a $10 Android phone, or you got a $1,000 iPhone, or you got a fucking $2,000 Samsung phone. I don't care. Like, use what you want to use and rock what you want to rock with, and stop letting every social person on fucking YouTube and Instagram, whatever, like dictate your purchasing habits. Like, buy what you want to buy, like what you want to like, use what you want to fucking use. Who cares? You know, like when I talk tech and I do these things, I do it out of pure joy and fun. I do it. You know what? I'll be transparent and upfront with you guys. At some point in all of this, it really did get to me. It really did get to me that, you know, I was just like, whoa, you know, maybe I can make it into Team Pixel. Maybe I can make it to all these things. It was getting to me. And I was lying to myself saying that it wasn't getting to me when it was, you know. So I just had a moment of clarity. My 5 days in Hawaii, going back home, seeing my sister, you know, being amongst where I grew up, you know, recharging myself, refilling my energy so I can deal with the world, saying goodbye to my mother. You know, in Thai Buddhism, they believe that, you know, a loved one who passes away, their spirit remains for 100 days before it must travel to the next life. So in 100 days, we the living, myself, my sister, my aunt, we have that time to grieve, to make amends, so that way my mother's spirit can move forward into the next life. And I feel that, in that time that I spent at home in Hawaii, besides, taking my wife to go to places that I used to hang out. I mean, we went to several places. Those little quick vlog videos that I uploaded to the channel were, just to kind of let you guys see what I was up to and whatnot. I didn't go to the cliche places. Like, I didn't go to Waikiki and show you that. Lots of movies and places show that, but what they don't show you is they don't show you the west side of the island in Nanakuli, Waianae, Maile, and Makaha. They don't show you those areas. They don't show you Haleiwa too much, except for like movies about surfing and North Shore Bonsai Pipeline. You pretty much see that, but you don't really see like Old Town Haleiwa. You don't really see Hauula. You don't see Kaneohe, Kailua, Waimanalo. You don't really see those places. And so in those places that I stopped at, I took little quick video clips to kind of just have that to share with anybody that wanted to see it. I put it up on YouTube, I put it up on Facebook, and I let people just pretty much see that. And that's but me being at home got my head right. So, I did a lot of soul searching. I pretty much, kicked my own ass with the things that I allowed to be important in my life that really weren't all that important at all. And I told myself maybe why, like, my channel had slowed down in the past and all that stuff is because I wasn't being genuine. And so I started to, not punish myself, but just kind of like face myself head on and look at my reality of things. They're phasing out Team Pixel anyways. It was really only meant to get the word out. Yeah, I know. It was just diagnosed with cancer all over the brain. So that stuff about smartphone tech seems pretty. It is trivial, man. I love to conversate with everybody about tech, and I love to make videos just showing you guys what I know or what I've learned. And I'll continue to do that here and there, not as frequently, because there's things of life that I want to get back to. There's things of myself that I just recently found and I'm rebuilding on. Like I found myself again. Like, I found my joys, I found my joys, and I found my spirit, and I just want to kind of pursue that. Like, above all, and I said this in a video that I dropped in a vlog, and I meant what I said. Like, if you Like if you had a parent that wasn't around in your life at all, like they abandoned you as a kid, of course that's fucked up, and I don't expect anybody to try and make amends with that person if that person wasn't involved in their life growing up. But when you have a fallout with a parent, and maybe at the time of the fallout it seems so drastic, but if you can think about it right now, your fallout with that parent, if you can think about it right now and it seems so minute compared to what it was the day of when the conflict happened, then maybe you should consider making amends and spending time with them and being a part of their life, because when they go, they go. And like I said, I was blessed enough to have a decent relationship with my mom. Yeah, my mom pissed me off on times of things, her addiction to gambling and stuff like that, alcoholism when she was younger, like, those things made me mad, you know, but in the last 10 years, I've had a pretty decent relationship with my mom, being able to talk to her, um, and see her a few times. So, but I'm watching what my older sister's going through, and you guys have seen her on the live streams before, and she's going through it pretty toughly, So I would ask if anyone wants to send prayers my sister's way, because my sister and my mom were always on odds ends most of the time. They always didn't see eye to eye on things. They were always in an argument with each other and then not speaking. And so, like, my sister is really, really, really struggling hard, because now that my mom is not physically here, my sister is looking for my mom. Like, she is wanting a sign that my mom is around spiritually. She's searching for it. It's almost like, and I described it the same way when I had my one-on-one heart-to-heart talks with my sister while I was staying with her in Hawaii visiting. I told her that, I understand where she's coming from. Her wanting to be around my mom is like a person trying to touch a star. Like, in real life you can't physically touch a star, but because of your dreams you just keep trying to, you just keep reaching for it. And that's now the nature of the relationship between my sister and my mother, who's no longer with us physically. That's where it currently is at. And I'm trying to be strong for her. It's tough. I'm not blaming my sister at all whatsoever, because I chose to be part of her support in helping her grieve. But I really haven't 100% been able to grieve. I haven't, faced it and just come to terms with it, because I am more concerned about my sister and how she feels before I even allow myself that time to heal. So I've just been, I've been talking to my sister every day. We chat every day. We video call each other every day. So that's pretty much where my headspace has been at this last couple of days. How does Google Fi work without an MVNO? They are an MVNO. They have an MVNO. They work on T-Mobile. That's who their agreement is with. That's why they only allow certain things. They are they're piggybacking off T-Mobile. They have an MVNO agreement with T-Mobile. So they are using one of the three major, actually, yeah, one of the three major carriers, which is T-Mobile. They do have an agreement with them. So yeah, I'll leave it at that. I'm gonna end this live stream. So my thoughts on RCS coming to iPhones. Hopefully that makes sense to people. How to find a Mobile X store. Well, not Mobile X store, but a Walmart store that carries Mobile X SIM cards. Hopefully that was helpful. Link it in the description now to the site that will allow you to search on the maps. And then also the reason why there's going to be a port out fee for Mobile X. There's a reason for that now, and that is, like I said, for phone number farming. That is one of the reasons why. So hopefully that was all explained to you guys very well. And then, of course, like where my headspace has been at, this past couple of weeks, and why, if I sound the way that I sound on social media, whatever, why I say the things that I say, and all that. So hopefully you guys understand that. And to those who just really didn't like, don't blame yourselves, right? Like, you know what? Like, news, so much news travels quickly and everything like that. It's really hard to keep up with people. I don't expect anyone to really keep up with me and what I do on my day-to-day life. But for those that were able to, to catch wind of it and to reach out to me, like, I appreciate you guys for that. Sneed, I never responded to Sneed's message to me because I was just in a very, 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 very bad headspace. And so, but I did get your message, Sneed, and I appreciate you for reaching out. I don't want you to feel like that, I just threw you to the side or anything like that. Like I said, there's a lot of heartbreaks and, a lot of emotions, and I wear my heart out on my sleeve. So it's just one of those things where it's like when I'm emotional, I just cut the world out and just kind of keep to myself. So, but I appreciate everybody for that. I apologize that the channel structure changes and you're not getting the live streams you normally get. Um, just give me time. Maybe I'll go back to the way it was before. Maybe I might like this new way of doing things where it's like, once in a blue moon, but making it special. I don't know. But I will talk to you on the next one. And yeah, I'm not on Twitter anymore, or X, whatever it's called. So you won't find me there. The profile will be taken down later on tonight. I left it up there so people can see the post that I'm letting y'all know where I'll be at. So 3 places I'll be at: Facebook, Instagram, Threads. One of the 3 you guys will find me on, being active on there. If you guys want to, chit chat with me. But I'll talk to y'all later. Aloha.